Welcome back. As I mentioned, we have Tim Jamal here on behalf of the South Orange County Community College District. Well, welcome. Nice to have you back.
It's so great to be here.
And thank you. And now you're the board president.
I am. I don't, I kind of fooled them again.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you've been involved a long time.
I have been involved since 2012 when I was elected, re-elected twice. And then we've got a new board member, and then we had a new slate of officers, and I'm thankful my colleagues thought highly enough for me to serve as board president again, second time.
Okay. Now, tell me a little bit about, prior to coming to the board. I mean, did you serve on some other type of school district, or how does that work?
I've been in a volunteer capacity, not an elected capacity. So I was serving as an advisory board member at UCI for their engineering school.
All right.
Because at the time I was very involved in the tech sector. I actually was the CEO of the association that represented tech companies, technology companies, IT companies in Orange County.
I see.
For many years, and I got involved with that, and then somehow fell into wanting to. And that's an old picture. Yeah, I like it. I wish it looked like that.
But isn't that the way it always works? We always give pictures that are 10 years younger.
And I looked at the slides and I'm like, well, I think it's time to update the photo.
Well, that's all right. But nonetheless, well, that's good to know that you actually, you've been a part of Orange County for a really long time, and so now you're...
I've been a part of Orange County. I've been an adjunct faculty at an international university overseas at the actually American University of Armenia, which is affiliated with the UC system here. So that was a long time ago, but I was an adjunct there. So I love education. I think it's important to everything that we do.
Exactly. And we've got great schools here in South Orange County for sure. Now, tell me...
the two best...
Oh, okay.
Right here.
Yeah, he's got them right there. All right, so on that note, tell me the service area.
Yeah, the service area is large. So there are 4 community college districts in Orange County. We're the South Orange County Community College District, representing Saddleback College, Irvine Valley College. So it's really goes from Tustin to the north, all the way down to San Clemente in the south.
Okay.
And so we're talking about a very large service area, nearly 1 million residents. That we serve, and taxpayers. We are funded by the taxpayers, so that's one of the. We'll get to it later. Making sure that we are good stewards of taxpayer money is really important. One of the things that we recently did is we went from a system of at-large elections to area elections.
Okay.
And so the district, community college district, had been an at-large voting system since its inception, and 50 years or more. And so what that means, just for everyone, is that before, when you ran for election, everyone in the entire district voted for you.
Okay.
But you had to live in an area. So, for example, I live in Mission Viejo, so I had to live in the area. That was a requirement before, but everyone got to vote for you. Now we've changed, and only the people who are residents of the area that I represent will be able to vote for me or whoever else is running. It's a huge change. It's a really dramatic change. So we went from 600,000 or so voters voting in every election to 150,000.
Wow, okay. And
so a big difference.
Why did they make that change?
So there's been a movement throughout the state of California. They passed a law in the state legislature called the Voting Rights Act, California Voting Rights Act, CVRA, and there have been a number of legal challenges to cities and local governments who claim that our voting system is not representative of the demographics in the district.
Okay.
I don't necessarily agree with that, and I don't think it's the case in our district. But in essence, we made the decision to just do it. And go to an area-specific election. And we actually did that, the first one in 2022, just recently.
Oh, okay, so just recently. All right, good.
So I've never run in an area election. I'm always used to running at large. I like at large because I get to have contact with everyone in the district.
Right. Well, we'll see how it goes.
We'll see how it goes.
See how it goes. Yeah. All right. So let's take a quick look at some of the things that you have here. We've got the 2023 board goals, so let's just quickly run through those.
Yeah, I won't go over all of them point by point. I will say that we have 2 major responsibilities as trustees. One is to ensure that taxpayer dollars are spent wisely, judiciously, and responsibly. So, we're now nearly $1 billion in district in terms of our budget. And so we have to be good stewards of taxpayer money.
Right.
Second, of course, is providing world-class education. So those two things come together.
Right.
Saddleback College serves over 50,000 students. Irvine Valley College serves 25, 30,000 students. So those two things come together. Fiscal responsibility, quality education, and everything else that stems from that, making sure that we're equitable with our students, and then we engage in the community as well, so we are transparent, like meeting with you.
Right.
We're getting involved in the community, and also we'll get into our relationship with our CEO and our chancellor.
Yeah, so let's talk about some of the accomplishments that are going on right now, and I'm assuming because of popularity, as well as people want to go to school at Saddleback. They want to go to school at IVC. There's a lot of desire to go to these colleges, primarily because of all the things that you have done over the last several years. So what is ATEP?
Okay, so the Advanced Technology and Education Park, it's actually one of the reasons why I decided to run to become a trustee. Okay. It's a 60 acres of land in Tustin that is designed to be a kind of a workforce development campus, a public-private partnerships, where we would seek ground leases from private sector partners who then would collaborate with us and our students to give them opportunities to get training or experiences like internships or externships to get in-demand jobs. Okay. And so it's been a long haul. It's not easy to develop public-private partnerships in an educational system, but as you see here on your slides, we recently signed a ground lease with Advantech. They're an IT and tech company, Internet of all things, computing solutions, artificial intelligence, industrial technology, and so we're really happy. They're going to be breaking ground in the fall on a new building, a 6-story, 100,000 square foot building. And so we're really excited about that. And so they'll have their campus there. And then our goal is to integrate what they're doing with their company with our students and give them opportunities to get exposure to research and design of advanced technology.
So who teaches the classes? Would it be on, would they,
well,
the students go there?
They're going to run their business there. This is going to be their office.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So, it's a ground lease to them.
Right.
So our goal is to integrate our students into what they're doing in terms of their business, their research and design.
Okay.
Hopefully, there's an agreement that they will strive to take our students on as interns or an externship.
Okay.
So that's not an educational building.
Okay.
But because it's in the proximity of our campus, right on it, so we really feel like they're a great tenant and will be a good partner for us.
Oh, that's great. I mean, that certainly is giving a lot of opportunity to students, because not everyone is going to go off into certain sectors, of work. But here you're giving automotive, culinary arts. I mean, that's great, and those are desired jobs right now.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Perfect. Okay, so now talk about, you have a foundation dinner that you guys just had, and that was March 10th.
It was. So we have two philanthropic arms. Of course, there's the the district itself. We have 7 trustees, and then both colleges have foundations. They're nonprofit foundations that raise funds primarily to provide scholarships to students who are in financial need. And we had the IVC Foundation dinner most recently, a couple of weeks ago, at the Lion Museum, Air Museum, and raised nearly $200,000 for our students and other programs. Excellent. And I love what the foundations do. They have their own board of directors, and these are volunteers in the community who are devoting their time because they're passionate about community colleges, and they see that they give students a step up or a second chance or another opportunity to move forward in their career or in education. So fabulous event. You need to come to the next one. I think you'll love it.
It's March 8th, 2024.
A year now. Yeah,
a year from now. But okay, we'll have you back before then.
Get in the calendar.
And then let's talk about the chancellor.
Yes. So this is very exciting. So one of the things that we primarily do other than obviously managing fiscal resources, assuring quality education for our students, is that we have one employee as 7 trustees, and that's the chancellor.
Okay.
And so less than a year ago, we brought in Juliana Barnes as our chancellor, and she has absolutely hit the ground running. I think she's been on your program as well.
Probably so, yes.
I am so impressed with Juliana, and as board president, I have a lot of contact with her.
Right.
She's energetic, she's conscientious, she works nonstop, she's committed to the students, and so we have her investiture, which I've never been to an investiture, so I'm excited to participate in it.
Okay.
And so that will be happening on April 27th.
And that's open to the public, and that will be from 2 to 4 p.m.
Yeah, open to the public.
Love
and we have 2,500 employees, so as chancellor, she has a pretty significant responsibility.
Right.
I'm excited to, and I think she's, we want her to be here a long time.
Perfect.
Oh, and then finally, I know I kind of skipped over it a little, but going back to ATAP just for a second.
Okay, you have one second.
1 second. Culinary arts, automotive technology, hospitality industry in Southern California is huge. Yeah. And then we're going to provide our students that the technology in automotive is changing every day, the electrification of vehicles. So excited about what we're doing there.
Perfect.
Okay.
You did that well. Thank you so much.
It wasn't a second. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. If you want more information about anything that we have discussed, you can always go to the website soccd.edu. We'll be right back.